Vision supporting pinhole glasses. Available now at shop.real.video.
So just to clarify comments on President Trump and martial law and the national lockdown and national emergencies and all of that, I decided to make this follow-up video. This is a Sunday evening. I had no idea that today Alex Jones was going to feature my video that I posted earlier this morning, which was really an hour and 20-minute long breakdown of how the deep state has infiltrated every sector of our country and how they're carrying out treason against the United States of America, and why, in my view, I think that President Trump needs to take decisive action to defeat the deep state and restore the constitutional republic that we all love and want to defend. Now, in order to do that, Trump is going to have to invoke his own emergency powers or unleash the emergency powers that already rest in the office of the president, in the executive branch of government. And it's that thought that has a lot of people totally freaked out and kind of scared. They're like, what, are you calling for a military dictatorship or martial law, or do you favor martial law? All these kinds of questions. So Alex Jones actually answered it best himself when he said that none of us want martial law. None of us want to live under any kind of military control. In fact, we are fighting to restore the rule of law in America. And yet we also recognize that we have been living under a kind of dictatorship. We have been living under really online martial law right now with the deplatforming of virtually all conservative voices by Google and YouTube and Facebook and others. We've been living under a media martial law in a sense where the media is controlled by the deep state, actually working in a way that's complicit with the deep state. And all of these forces and institutions, whether it's the left-wing media or the tech giants or even universities in their own way, they're all working against the United States of America. They want to see America overrun and overthrown. And deep state actors like Peter Strzok and James Comey, John Brennan, even Barack Obama in his own way, as I've covered, have been working quite diligently to destroy the United States from within. So let's have no illusions here. We are under a siege. We are under a kind of martial law already, and we have been for quite some time. Barack Obama declared his own emergencies, and so did previous presidents, including Bush. In fact, it was 2001, September 11, after which the Patriot Act was passed and a state of war was declared. And since then, every president has declared a kind of national emergency for the continuity of government operations. So let's not have any illusions here. We've been operating under a state of emergency and different forms of martial law for quite some time. What I'm asserting, and what I'm saying that I'm willing to support, is that if we are going to stop these criminal traitors and drain the swamp and actually see the criminals, the enemies of America, arrested, prosecuted, imprisoned, or whatever outcome is decided for them based on the severity of their crimes against America, that we, the people, are going to have to grant President Trump some time of running military tribunals, of running arrests of these deep state operatives, such as James Comey or even Barack Obama for that matter, that we are going to need to help assist in keeping America in a state of civility and lawfulness instead of the lawlessness that the left wants to unleash, because that's part of the rules for radicals. They want chaos. They want violence in the streets. They want to murder police. And we, the people who are supporting President Trump and supporting this deep state swamp draining operation, so to speak, we need to make sure that we are ready to support law enforcement, that we support civility, we support safety in our communities, we support our border patrol individuals, men and women who are protecting our national borders, and that we support the president himself, even as he has to invoke some serious operations, arrests of people, prosecutions of people, even control of the media for a short period of time, as Obama has already done. And by the way, many people out there don't think the media has ever been controlled. Nonsense. The media has been under deep state control for many, many years. This is why the left-wing media prints and reports exactly what they're told to report. This is why they're handed a memo every day of exactly who to attack, what to report, what to blacklist and never report. The media is essentially run by a sector, a group within the CIA that determines what the American people should be told and what propaganda to push by the media on that particular day. And so let's not pretend that the media is the free press at this point. They are not. The left-wing media, especially the Washington Post, which is really an extension of the CIA, an extension of the deep state, and CNN for that matter as well, these are not functioning operations of the First Amendment or the freedom of the press. These are anti-America, enemies of the state. They are enemies of America. They are pretending to be engaged in journalism. But what they're actually doing is spreading disinformation, attacking America. They're complicit in an attempted political coup against the duly elected president of the United States. And they are covering up the truths that the American people need to know about a huge variety of subjects, ranging from health freedom to financial reality and many other things.